For each of the following issues, please indicate if you think Kathleen Wynne has been making things better or worse. And what we're going to do here is just look at the figures in the first column. So this is Liberals only. And you can see that on the environment, Liberals think she's done a great job on the environment. She's plus 34% there. Providing equal opportunity for all, up. Education, up. Healthcare, up a little. Jobs, up a little. This is interesting. Among Liberals, Liberals think that the finances of the province are worse because of her. The cost of living for people like me, she's below water. And on electricity, of course, which you've just pointed out is one of the big handicaps, also a significantly negative number. Here's the question. How is it possible that while she has fulfilled her commitment to present a balanced budget in the time in which she said she would do it, there's still way more Liberals who think that she's done a bad job managing the province's finances? How does that happen?
Well, I think the controversies that we've heard about, there's a lot filling the newspapers and the airwaves about waste and mismanagement, auditors' reports, controversies over contracts going out, and that gives people, electricity again has been front and center of those, but it's not just been about electricity, controversies over ads, all those sorts of things. And that leaves people saying that you have not made sure you make good use of my tax dollars before you come to me for more. And there's also a perception that on pocketbook issues, things are getting worse in a whole variety of ways.
It's an interesting set of handcuffs that she wears, because on the one hand, you've got this, where the books are back in balance, and yet you've got even Liberals saying she hasn't done a good job on the province's finances. But then you've also got special interest groups that the Liberals have sort of wanted to cater to over the years, who also think you haven't spent enough on our issues.
Right.
How do you deal with that kind of a conundrum?
Well, it is a difficult one. Politically, there's no real pressure to balance the budget, right? The pressure to balance the budget is really about financial markets, right? And that was really the trigger in the mid-90s federally. Right? The federal government went to balance the budget not because they thought it was a particularly important thing, but because they couldn't keep borrowing money at the rates they were getting it without doing something to fix that situation.
Wall Street was saying, we're not going to give you any more money.
And what you saw federally, right, is that whatever negatives Trudeau got for saying I'm not going to balance the budget as quick as the NDP and the Tories were well offset by his ability to move faster than the NDP on promising social benefits.
Let's bring that, Sheldon, that chart back up again, because I want to complete the other two columns. We saw what Liberals think on those issues. Now look in the second two columns, and you'll see what New Democrats and Conservatives think of the issues that Kathleen Wynne has handled. And you see they're all minus. Just go down the NDP column, go down the Progressive Conservative column, they're all minus. Although in the top right corner, looks like only minus 10 for the Conservatives on the environment. There are some Tories who are prepared to say she's done a good job in the environment.
Well, that may be a mixed blessing, though.
Okay.
In that they may be people that say, sure, she's done something on the environment, but it's cost me a lot of money.
Huh.
Right? It may be the flip side of a negative for them.
Do you see, though, in any of those numbers there, whether it's on equal opportunity or education or healthcare or whatever, is there anything in the opposition numbers which suggests people might be open to a more positive opinion of the government record if they were to do things different?
Well, no. I mean, the issue there when you look at that is that what we're seeing there is how do people that are core NDPers or core Tories react?
And they got nothing good to say.
Nothing good to say. But what's striking about that is that in the previous election, Kathleen Wynne did very well with people on the core left. The big issue as well for the Liberals, and we're not showing it right on that screen, but the people that are unaligned, those people are also very negative about her. And so her challenge is twofold. Number one, she's got to win back the base. If she can win back the base, she's actually in the game. That's all you need to do as a Liberal leader.
The center-left progressive voter.
Well, they're not necessarily all that progressive, right? It's the center voter. Let's put it that way, the Liberal. The person that thinks that we should focus on creating opportunity, not redistributing wealth, but thinks the environment is important and thinks it's more important to fund social programs than to balance the budget. That sort of person. Someone that thinks government should roll up their sleeve and get involved in the economy as opposed to someone that says set a level playing field and let companies figure it out.
Because they're going conservative.
Yeah, they're conservative. So those sort of people she needs to bring home. They want to like her. Right? If you wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror and you see a Liberal, you want to like the Liberal leader. You don't want to dislike the Liberal leader. And so they're looking for excuses to come home.